Hey, I heard that little glimpse of Diane. Hi, Diane. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Very, very grateful that you guys are here. We're going to get right into this, and we're going to open this up for some questions. I'm so grateful that you guys are on this call. I really am. I'm going to bounce around here. Probably you guys get right to the meat of the stuff. But one thing I do want to say is you never know when a call like this, and I'm not talking about myself being the one sharing with you, but just the fact that you showed up and you got on a call, and it could be this call, that could change the course of your life, literally change the course of your life forever, for as long as you walk this earth. I remember a couple of moments in my life when I attended an event or I was at a certain place at a certain time and heard a certain thing that changed me. And I hope that maybe that's for you today, because certainly, guys, and I'm going to get right into this right now. That's kind of where I've been the last maybe 60 days, maybe the last 90 days. It's been a progression of loss of confidence for me, of where Divvee is going, what they're doing. You may echo those same sentiments, because it's not just you fighting the battles in your own head, but you have to fight the battles in your head that other people put there, people that you've enrolled, people that are part of your group and your team, that has probably lost confidence, maybe even lost some trust. I don't know if that's that's a pretty serious thing there. I don't personally think that these guys have lost my trust, but I've lost confidence in their ability to do what we signed up for, and for this company to be what we all want it to be. We know the proof of concept is there. The phenomenon that Divvee uncovered from 18,000 to close to 300,000 people in 40 days is staggering. And they opened up something that they weren't prepared for, they weren't ready for, but the global marketplace was ready for. And they just stumbled on it. So the reason that you see the picture on the screen that you do is a beautiful landscape of architecture in high rises in, I don't know if that's Brisbane or Sydney, Australia. I think it's Sydney, but that's a beautiful place in Australia. And it's so picturesque, the water, the tranquil water, the blue ocean, just beautiful, right? Well, the whole point of that is that, guess what, guys? It first had to be built. This is the sloppy part. This is the part that people don't want to do. People walk by and drive by, look at it, and just turn their head. They go the other way. Nothing's, maybe one day it might get finished. Yeah, maybe one day. You ever been in a city or a town that's done road construction? It takes them 3 years to get it done. And you say, my God, when are they going to get this finished? What is wrong with these people? But, when it's finished, you got 5 lanes instead of 3, and the traffic's not jammed up anymore. It's worth it. Well, with what Divvee has been able to do within really since about November, maybe October, November, when they uncovered what they did, they've had to go back, you guys, and they've had to construct and to build what it is that all of us signed up for. And so my confidence has been greatly diminished. I haven't wanted to say that publicly, but I don't mind saying that now because of the conversations that I had yesterday with Troy and Richard, the ongoing conversations with Lance, who I really admire, very grateful for Lance's leadership, and Darren and Rob and others. But yesterday, had a call. We had a call Monday, then we had another call yesterday, a private call. Just me and myself yesterday with Richard and Troy, because you guys have the confidence that I've lost personally. And I want to interject this right now. I want you guys to listen closely. It's a very, very serious, powerful thing when you have influence over somebody's life. You can affect their finances. You can affect where they go, what they do. You can affect maybe how long they stay involved in a company or go on to do something else. So when you have influence, when you are a leader and people follow you and they're listening to what you say and they take heed to what you say, man, you better be right. You better be honest. You better tell the truth. You better be transparent. So if you've noticed the last couple of weeks personally, I've kind of waned a little bit on the opportunity calls that we've done. I've had to get this in my heart again, that Divvee is what we all signed up for. And again, the last couple of months, it hasn't been that way. And guys, listen, and I'm just going to share this introduction. I'm going to share with you what Richard told me. So hang in there. Everybody wants me to get right to that, and I will, I promise. But just some things you got to hear before then. In the Bible, Jesus talked about a man named John the Baptist. He said the men that walked the earth, and think about it, folks, there's a lot that were going to come after him, and there was a whole lot of people before him, right? Even biblical characters like a Moses or an Abraham or a King David or somebody along that line. These are biblical examples. And folks, it really is okay to use biblical examples and illustrations. I promise you it's okay. But he said John was the greatest human being that ever walked the face of the earth. There was a man named Solomon who was here before him. And yet when John was cast into prison, and he sent a couple of disciples to Jesus, and he said, hey, are you really the guy that I proclaimed you to be? Now, that's pretty amazing. So guess what? When it got tough, when it got to where it was really down and your life told you that you weren't going to be what you thought you were going to be, and that everything's against you and your mind's beating you to death, right? And you're going to make decisions based on the battering that's going on inside your mind. You sometimes doubt, you sometimes question. And I think that's okay. I think that's healthy, actually. But you can't stay there. And people have got to move into whatever it is they believe, what they have passion for, and give it all you've got. So in this conversation with Richard and Troy, my confidence was mega restored. And one of the questions that I had for them was that where have you guys been? What's your role? It was very concerning to me about their position in Divvee. And so their comment to me was that, Dan, first of all, we have a great relationship and partnership here at Divvee Social with everybody that's involved, with the people you see that are visible. Troy and Richard are still the co-founders along with Darren. But these guys understand Lance and Rob and Darren and Richard, Troy, Kinsey, and Derek, the CFO, and the bodies that are there at Divvee Social. They understand what their responsibilities are. They understand what they're good at. They understand where they shine. They understand what they're not good at. And there are compartments and departments within Divvee where the guys know that they're good at what they do. And so you may see other people shine in a certain category. You may see Richard and Troy that are the co-founders along with Darren. They bring different attributes and different talents and different relationships and different networks of people into the equation. But guys, I want to tell you that Divvee Social is going to deliver more than you know what you signed up for maybe a week ago, a month ago, several months ago, maybe even a year ago. So why would you say that, Dan? Well, there's some benchmarks along the way that we can look at. Like, number one, they moved into this 12,000 square foot facility. They don't do that if they're planning on going the opposite direction, right? Number one. Number two, they've hired and acquired a technology company where they have more programmers than a company that's been in the network marketing space for 42 years. Think about it. Netflix is not a movie company. They're a technology company. Amazon is not a logistic company. They're a technology company. Divvee is a technology company. And so with that said, you guys, we can't just blindly be involved in something, but there has to be some benchmarks along the way that we see that are going to give us confidence to go forward. So Richard and Troy were telling us about what they're doing and what they're developing. And a friend of mine that's been out there for the last couple of days, he flew back Friday. And he said, Dan, I looked at the wall, and I saw these big easel boards, and I saw the timelines, and I saw the benchmarks. I saw phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, what they consisted of, the timelines, when they were going to do it. I actually met somebody. Guys, this is what I'm told, and this has been verified a couple times, that the developer of YouTube is now employed or on board or a joint venture partner with Divvee Social. Now, let that one sink in for a minute. There was a video series done on what's more influential, YouTube or Facebook. Those are the big, mega, giant communication tools out there. And actually, YouTube actually had the advantage. But I want you to think about that. Not only do they know, the mechanics and the software and the engineering and the mechanics, the coding, right? Of what a YouTube is, but they understand the analytics. They understand why, when, who, what, when a video goes viral. Who's watching it? Why are they watching it? What's happening here? They know all of that. I want you to think about that, guys, as we move forward into this company called Divvee Social. It is a phenomenon, and it is a disruptive platform. And the reason that I showed this skyline and then showed the next picture on our computer here on the Join Me page, because, guys, listen, it has to be built first. And that's what Divvee's doing. They're bringing in people that have incredible talent and incredible success. But I want you to think of just that YouTube platform alone. When you have that level of expertise, when you have that ability, just think about what that could mean from a marketing perspective for the company that you're involved in right now called Divvee Social. Think about all that entails, all the analytics, all the demographics that they know globally of what makes that thing tick, what makes it work, why it works, who uses it. And guys, that's all a part of what they're developing, what they're building there at Divvee Social. One of the other questions was asked this past Monday about, when are we going to be able to make money? When are we going to be able to make consistent money? What is this going to consist of? The bundles. And they're going to consist of around $10 per bundle. When somebody completes the bundle, $10 is going to go on the plan, and 10 levels is going to be paid $1. So if you had 100 people in your group, they were doing rank and share and doing a bundle a day, the 100 people in your group, that's $3,000 in a month you would make. So go back to what we did several months ago when we were doing these Excel spreadsheets on $1 a day, what that can mean to your business. Richard and Troy said, Dan, our goal in this model is to have a million people making $500 a month without recruiting, without spending any money to do that, just from the rank and share alone. So that brings me to the rank and share platform. Guys, not only is the rank and share not going away, I know people get a little flustered and a little frustrated with the financial instrument that's been added to Divvee Social. Richard made a statement. He said, Dan, would you care? Would you mind that if somebody in your group decides that they want to participate in the travel, in the shopping portal, or in the financial instrument that we're bringing on board, would you care? Would you mind if they take part in it to get paid from their participation? I said, I wouldn't mind at all. I said, there you go. It's completely optional. He said, but the rank and share of Divvee Social is everything. It's the cornerstone. It is our model. It's what we are. It's what we're going to be. And everything else is an addition to that. Everything else is added value, right, in the marketplace. So it's value proposition added to the cornerstone of what Divvee Social is. And he said, he made some statements. He said, we get a million people making $500 a day. He said, our calculations and figure out to be that there'll be about 10,000 people making $1 million a month. The question is, Dan, do you want to be one of them? He said, I think you can be. Well, I signed up for that personally, right? And I believe that this model will support that. There's many other things that they've added to the model. We understand that on the 28th of July, the international markets will open up. That's going to be one of the announcements. Maybe I spilled the beans there. The redemption center, guys, is going to go away. There isn't going to be a redemption center for your points. There's going to be a gift card platform. And the reason they do that is, for an example, if you want to buy a flat screen television and you see that on the redemption center, probably be a whole lot easier because you wouldn't have to pay shipping if you just went and able to redeem the points for a Best Buy gift card or a Sam's Wholesale or a Costco gift card, and you went and bought the big screen from them and brought it home that day. Like, it's going to be a very, very robust, very powerful, very big deal when it comes to the gift cards. Not only that, guys, they're thinking in relations to international markets. There might not be a Sam's Wholesale or Costco in, let's say, Nigeria or somewhere in India or in any given area of the world, but there might be an ABC company. There might be a whatever company, a Electronics Wholesale or a Sam's Club or a Costco or something like that, a Whole Foods that has a different name, to where people in other countries can point and click and earn money and redeem that for a gift card that's right next door to their house, right? Or, different restaurants or a Walmart, a Target, a gas card, a prepaid Visa, MasterCard. It's going to be a very, very, very robust platform that you're going to be able to redeem your points for. So the redemption center from the product perspective is going to change. The cornerstone of Divvee Social is going to be the rank and share. Troy told me something yesterday, you guys, and he didn't say, I'm trying to remember all this, and I don't know if Wade is on the speaker side. I think Wade was listening into the call as well yesterday. But, and Mia, if you're on, you can jump in here as well. But Troy was saying, he said, Dan, this Divvee model that we're building, guys, look at the screen, please. We're building this thing. It's being done from scratch. It has to be created. Right? And it takes time. It takes more time than most people want to give it, right? I mean, think about this, you guys, and I'll get back to this, I promise, but people want to change the course of their life, but they don't want to hang on 3 to 6 months to see it happen. And I get why. There's challenges. There's things that attack your thinking that cause you to believe that, here we go again. I'm never going to make it. It's not going to work. Guys, what Divvee Social is building and developing, it transcends the network marketing space. It's so much bigger than the MLM world. And then Troy jumped in and he said, Dan, we have a handshake right now, and smiles and handshake and a verbal agreement to move forward with one of the biggest companies in the world that will completely, utterly change everything that you think and know about Divvee Social as a company. He said, I can't tell you the specifics. I won't tell you the specifics. And I know people say, oh, Dan, more of it's coming. You know what, guys? I don't know what else to tell you. It's here. There's evidence that it's here. You saw the new payment plan in the back. Now you can get paid in Bitcoin. GPG has gone away. There's a ProPay account that you can sign up for. If you don't know that, go to Profile and you'll see, or go to the GPG or the, I think it's the commission icon on your computer. Click on it, and there's some information you got to fill out, and now you're going to get paid through a ProPay account. But there's a lot of reasons why that's done, but GPG just wasn't working well. But guys, I want to share this with you too. Right now, what you see, please, if you don't hear anything I tell you today, please listen to this. Nobody is making money in Divvee Social. Well, Dan, we know that. Well, but some people think others are and they're not. Nobody's really making money. I mean, they're really not. You know why? Because it's not ready yet. The rank and share that's there now is third-party companies. It's there to get you used to a process. It's there to give you the rank and share feel. It's there for you to make a little bit of money. It's there to get us in the habit of moving forward with the whole point-click rank and share model. But 95% of that is going to be brand new, and the 5% that's going to remain is a little bit of what you see right now. The interface has changed. It's not going to be what it is now. So don't get discouraged if you're not making money. No one is. Nobody's making money. They're making a few dollars, maybe a month, maybe a couple hundred if you've been here a little while. You got a bigger group. But guys, we didn't sign up for this. We didn't sign up for $8 or $10 a month. We didn't sign up for a few $100s a month. A lot of people on here, you didn't sign up for a few thousand. You want a couple digits before the comma in your paycheck here at Divvee. And I believe with everything in me and we talked about some personal things with Richard and Troy, and I thank them greatly for their humility. A lot of times people think humility is weakness, and it's not. These guys are very smart. Troy sold the company for millions of dollars that he built and established. These are smart guys, but they understand they need help. And guys, it's no different than our group, no different than me and you and anybody else. Just because you don't speak, just because you don't do webcasts. I don't care if you join today and you don't think much of yourself. I want to really erase that thought in your mind that every single person in our group, I don't know what the rest of the people think, but I want to be that guy and that leader in that group, that everybody around you is important. Everybody in this group, you're so valuable. I got a whole training and message on the value of who you are. You don't even know how valuable you are. Forget about your value and contribution to this team, to the Divvee Social model, right? You guys are incredibly valuable, and nobody goes anywhere without you. Nobody. Me, you, anybody else. I don't care if you're visible or you're not visible. If you're making $100,000 a month or you're making 10,000 or 1,000, nobody makes a dime, you guys, unless we do it together. So I don't know, I've said that before, but the travel model is coming. The financial instrument, Richard and Troy didn't speak much about because they're really not that familiar with it. But Troy and Richard are involved in every single decision that Divvee makes, every one. The financial instrument, they're there, they're making decisions, they're giving say-so in everything that happens in this company. From the travel to the acquisition of these companies, to the merger of these companies, to the joint venture of other companies. These guys are right there involved, and they're a team, and they're a cohesive team. And over the last couple of weeks, people have said, well, gee, where's Richard and Troy? What's going on? Kind of seems like there's maybe not the camaraderie there. No, it is. It's there, you guys. Just because they're not visible doesn't mean that it's not. And so, the whole rank and share platform isn't what you think it is today. It's not the model that you are looking at and seeing currently. And Richard said there's right now over 200 companies with signed agreements to bring the new he said, Dave, the videos and the apps and the surveys, that isn't even the beginning. of the rank and share platform that we're developing and that we're going to unveil. And the phase one of that is July 28th. That's when you're going to see major changes in this company. So the next 4 weeks, don't expect a lot of money. I would continue to go back there, do the rank and share. I would still go back and try to get your 100 points. If it's just watching the videos, let them run. It gets 100 points. I don't know if they're going to stick to the 100-point qualification. Heck, I can't even get the videos to play. So, guys, don't be discouraged. I mean, this is just me. I'm not telling you not to do it because Wade and Joel and Peter Ohanian and other guys, they're doing really good with all this stuff. Me, I stink at it. I can't get the surveys to work. I'm just telling you flat out, you guys, I'm not even doing the stupid survey. I did one on Friday, and within 2 minutes, I was still doing the survey, and I got a call from somebody from some life insurance company want me to sell me life insurance. I said, dude, I'm still taking the survey, and you're calling me. I bet I've got 15 phone calls from people. So, and then at the end, I didn't even qualify. I said, I'm not doing this. So personally, I'm very discouraged, very frustrated with it. But it's okay. Because that's not Divvee Social. That's not the rank and share, the surveys, the emails, all the other content. It's going to be point, click. It's going to be put in the bundle. You're going to have choices within the bundle, what you want to do. There's going to be multiple surveys. You may have to do 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 10 or whatever. You can pick the ones you want, and each bundle is going to pay about $10. That $10 is going into the plan. It's going to pay $1 up 10 levels. Guys, I want you to think about that. You have a couple hundred people a month, just a couple hundred people a month that are doing the rank and share bundles. Pays $1 per person. They do it for 30 years. It's $6,000 a month, 200 people. And oh, by the way, the free people are going to be unveiled here in July or shortly after. I think it's going to be around the end of July event that they're having in Salt Lake City. Free is going to make you just as much money as a paid influencer. The only difference is paid influencer can leverage from his group, free person can't. But they're going to be reminded that if they upgrade, this is what can happen. This is what they've generated. This is what they're missing out on. An internal marketing platform. We talked about communication, and Richard and Troy said, guys, all we can say is we apologize. We apologize for what we put you guys through. Very humble, very responsible for the lack of communication. But they said, Dan, our communication is going to be so high-tech, yet so deliverable, so simple, that communication that we've lacked greatly on is going to go away. And the new implementation of that, you're going to know everything that you want to know. He said, but Dan, and at the same time, we have to, it'd be more detrimental if we told you something and then as it developed, it changed down the road. It's not that we're being untruthful. It's not that we're being dishonest. It just simply changed. So bad information disseminated into a group can be worse sometimes than no information at all. And I know it's been hard. I know that. And I'll just leave it at that, you guys. So, Richard and Troy are going to start coming on to some calls with us. We're going to plan the first one this coming week. And if you have questions for them, we're going to talk about this throughout the week. Go to discoverdivvytoday@gmail.com, discoverdivvytoday@gmail.com, and you'll be able to send in your questions that you want to ask those guys. And then we'll take those questions and we will present them to Troy and Richard on a call so it's organized and not a bunch of people are talking over each other. And they're going to address, they're going to say hello, they're going to tell you the latest, what's going on at Divvee, what they're building, what they're developing. And so, I don't know, Wade, if you're on here, can you jump in here at this point? You may have to, I think you're on the speaker side. I don't know if Mia's on. Hopefully.
Hey, Dan. Can you hear me, buddy?
Hey, Wade. Yeah. Hey, Wade, would you touch real quick on some of the stuff that you heard Richard and Troy talk about maybe that I missed? And, Wade, tell everybody what it did for your confidence, man.
Well, I'll just tell you, I was always, and you guys see me, I've always been there. Of course, I get frustrated too, guys. I don't qualify for every survey I take. I go through quite a bit too, and I just keep plugging along. But from what I heard, I was always confident in Divvee that it was going to happen, and now it's kind of like the words that Dan uses. Now I'm bulletproof. So I'm here. I'm staying. I can't wait for July 28th. I think some of the key things, too, Dan, that they mentioned is that with the bundle, if I remember correctly, they said they're working on it to where the minimum payout would be $10. So there's going to be bundles that will pay more than $10 in the plan, depending on what part of the bundle you do. So, that dollar average per person can really go up to $1.50, $2. It just depends. So, that's what they plan on coming out with in July. And, man, I'm just – after what I heard yesterday, Dan, like I said, I'm bulletproof. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. Yeah. It's just, hey, the 28th can't get here fast enough. No, everything. I think you hit everything pretty much right on the head. I don't remember anything else Just accept, too, the fact, again, going to reiterate that these extra benefits they're bringing in, like the Forex trading and the I think a shopping portal that's coming in the travel, that's all extra benefits. And you don't have to participate in that if you don't want to. But if some of your people do, you're still going to make a commission off of it, which is almost unheard of. For you to make commissions off of some people in your group doing something totally different than you normally have to be involved with it and, doing a certain amount and all that kind of stuff. So for them to pay you, if you got somebody in your group that wants to decide to do the Forex and you'll make a commission off of it, I mean, that's just crazy to me. So, yeah, I'm just excited, buddy.
Wade, I know, guys, that the biggest thing that would limit our success is our belief. The hardest thing you have to do sometimes is just believe. When everything's against you, when you're in a storm and you're mentally challenged, right, and you're beat up and you're discouraged and you've done this before. I've heard this before. Divvee, it's coming. Well, again, it's like a high-rise building. It takes time to build. Nobody's done this before. They're building it from scratch. Everything they own, all the proprietary software, is all owned by Divvee Social. It is a brand new concept, a brand new build. It's a brand new dynamic in a space that needs it. And I'll tell you one thing that Richard and Troy did say. They said this model that they're developing will change the landscape of the advertising world. It'll change the landscape. It'll change how big ad companies and corporations spend their money getting their message in front of the marketplace. Very, very, very powerful. So I put on our Facebook page, please go there. This is probably one of the most powerful, encouraging videos that you need to watch every day, twice a day, 10 times a day, until you can quote it, right? Until you get it into your mind. You get discouraged. Watch this video. Guys, these are some of the things you have to do. It's okay to get frustrated, discouraged, down, depressed, sad, whatever it might be. It is. It's okay, but you can't stay there. You've got to be able to pull yourself out. And a video like this will do that. It's remarkable, and it will change your thinking. And it will continue to keep you fresh and keep that vision, that dream alive. These guys talk about these things, right? We say a lot of times, you guys, that success is a choice that you make. And it really is, like in the video. And go to our Facebook page and watch this thing or download it. But, being a victim and feeling sorry for yourself, and I've been there, I'm guilty, right? It gets you nowhere. It doesn't get you anything in life. It doesn't. And so, I heard this year, I read a book called Success is a Choice. I never forgot, still have it. Probably need to read it again. But success is a choice that you make. And these are choices you make every day, you guys, by keeping the vision alive. What are you going to do to keep your own vision alive? I mean, you know what I mean? No, nobody's going to pad your bank account with finances so you can travel the world, send your kids to the best college, drive the nicest car you want, give to that charity, give to that church, give to that missions project, whatever it might be. Nobody's going to deposit that money in your account. You've got to go get that, right? So you have to make choices every single day if you want to be successful, right? You can be lazy or you can work hard, right? You can be on time or you can be late. You can be diligent, you can be slothful. You can be honest or you can lie and embellish stuff. You can be sincere, you can be insincere. You choose the path you want to take, but that choice depends on you. And so we want to be able to help you make right choices. We want to be here to help encourage you out of the mully grubs and the sadness, which we all get there. I get there. I'm telling you guys, I was so close to just saying, you know what? I'm going to put Divvee way, way, way back on the back burner and maybe turn the flame off and go do something else. Very discouraged. Not even discouraged. My confidence was waning. But it's not anymore. And that's why I wanted to come on here and share this with you guys. Because, again, calls like this and choices like this today can change the course of your life forever. That phone call yesterday that we had, it changed me. And it put me on the course that I was on months ago that I was getting ready to step off of, to be honest. Because it's frustrating. Yeah, people don't want to say, that's not negative. It's just real, man. We live in Realville. We go through things, and our belief level is wings, and it gets challenged at times. So there's some very, very, very exciting things that are going on, you guys. And like I said, we mentioned earlier, just got a text from my buddy Greg Baker. We talked about the guy from the developed YouTube. There's many other things, guys, that Darren and Richard wouldn't share with us because they want them to be signed and done and that kind of stuff, which I like. I'm glad for that, right? So we're very, very encourage you guys and excited. The rank and share is the cornerstone of Divvee Social. This year, guys, is going away. You're not going to see this. It's all going to be different. It's all going to be new. The financial instrument is really awesome. Again, it's optional. You can't even do anything with it now. So don't let it fluster you. It's completely optional. If you want to get your money making you money, that's what people that have money do. Their money makes them money. Well, you know, if you're broke, you might need to start somewhere. This might be a good plan for you. Then again, you might not. It might not be. So completely up to you. You can get paid in Bitcoin. That's a great option as well. YouTube development. Just if you get discouraged today, not when, but if you do in the next several days, think about what this added dimension is to Divvee. Think about this. Just this alone. You see the picture of YouTube. Pretty powerful. We're not going to be a reactive group, guys. We're going to be a proactive team. We're going to start recording podcasts. I know we said this a few weeks ago. The reason we haven't, because we really haven't known what to say. We really haven't known what to do. And because things have been changed and so much has been thrown in the mix here. But get ready for this. So we're going to do Facebook Live. We're going to go down to San Antonio with the guys that own the Pocket Funnel system, and that is our marketing system of choice. And it's affordable and it's doable. They just added a redirect that when somebody goes to your capture page and they hit submit, they want more information. Within 5 seconds, whoop, they're going to go right over to your Divvee Social page. And the Divvee Social page is going to have video. It's going to have a story. It's going to have bios. It's going to be completely different than what it is right now. It's going to be able to tell the story, right? So what do we have to get good at? We're not the message. We're just the messengers. And we have to have a vehicle that can share the message, and this does that. So I would encourage you to get it. I would encourage you to start using it. Take you a little bit to navigate through it, but in 5 minutes, you can be pointing, clicking, posting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, texting, emailing, and it's going to get a whole lot more robust. There's another platform that we're going to be introducing to you from a marketing perspective, you guys, and that is this, is that we are going to reach out to the marketplace in many, many different venues, and they're going to call a certain entity, and when they do, they're going to say, hey, my name is Dan, and I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I want to know more about this model, this company, this point-and-click thing that I just saw on the video, or that you just called me about, or that I just spoke with a representative from about. And that person is going to be delivered to you as a lead, a live, organic, brand-new person that says, yes, I want to know about how I can point and click and make money. That's coming. I mean, it's ready to go. We're just not going to introduce it until we're a little bit more conducive to enroll people. You take somebody to we have a landing page through the Pocket Funnel system, and that will work. My recruiting, you guys, is I'm recruiting people based on what's coming. Guys, July 28th, we're launching a company. Oh, by the way, let me tell you who's on board. Let me tell you where our office is. Let me tell you what we're doing. Let me tell you how we grew. And if I were you, I would recruit to what's coming. It's not a $500 buy-in. It's $50. And that's nothing. So a lot of the reason people have shut down on the recruiting side of things, because mentally you've gotten out of the game. I've done it. I get it. I understand. But get back in the game, guys, because what's coming July 28th, you're going to be glad you had the jump. So this next week, we're going to try to get Richard and Troy on a call. Guys, we're planning a cruise. Make sure you plug into our Facebook page. Please, please, please. That's where the information is. Makes it a whole lot better. We're going to have our Twitter account where we're going to be reaching out to people through Twitter. This is our Facebook page. Look at the buildings here, and here's where you'll know you're on our page. We surpassed the 900 member mark already, which is cool, and we've had some struggles, obviously, along the way, and we're still growing there, so that's fantastic. We're starting to do some training on the 4 pillars of progress, not performance, but and we're going to bring in some immensely visible people that are going to help teach and train and give you things that you can sink your teeth into that we believe is going to change your heart. It's literally going to change your heart, because biblically, people quote this all the time. Jesus said, as a man thinks, so is he. That's not what he said. You got to finish the rest of what he said. He said, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You get things in your heart, you're going to act on them. And that's a powerful, powerful position to be in, that if we can affect the heart of people, we better do it in the right way. We take it very, very, very serious. But I think these things are going to change your heart. They're going to make you a better human being. We're going to serve other people. We're going to be humble about it. We're going to travel the world, have fun, let the world know who we're about. Very, very, very excited about doing that, you guys. And sometime in February is the target goal when our group is going to go on a cruise ship. These are just some of the pictures where we've been recently. This top picture here was from the deck of the cruise ship we were on. We were pulling into the Cayman Islands, and the water was absolutely beautiful. This is some more pictures of the water. Here's the Grand Cayman. We were taking a little ferry into the port. Beautiful. These are some pictures from the cruise ship, from the top of the balcony, and some other, as the cruise ship was turning, right? These are some of the sun was going down. We spent the whole day in the Cayman Islands. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So, guys, I'm going to open this up for questions. I know I've been talking here for 30 minutes. You're probably bored. I apologize. So let me open this up for a few questions. I appreciate every one of you more than you know. Press *6 if you want to make a comment or ask a question, guys. Thanks so much.
All participants are now muted. Press *6 to unmute your line.
Here we go. *6. Hey, Bruce.
Dan? Hey.
Yes, sir.
First, I really appreciate you taking the time and relating the story. I want to make sure the email is discoverdivvytoday@gmail.com for questions that we want going to Richard and Troy.
That's correct.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm recommitted. I'm putting everything else on the back burner. I was in the same place you were, wondering, and I appreciate your bringing me back because I've really wanted to do Divvee since I got in over a year ago. I thought it was the greatest concept, but it was nowhere for the last few months. But now, it's been a tough ride, but it's all going to pay off. Now, you said that they're scrapping the old website. Is the new one coming on July 28th?
From what I understand, it is. They're not necessarily scrapping it, but what they're doing is redesigning and reconstructing it. Because again, when you go to the website now, there's no bios. Who's the CEO? Who's the owner? Who founded this thing? What about these guys? We don't know anything.
Right.
What's the story of the company? Where's the video to tell it? We don't have PDFs. We don't have marketing tools. We're all over the place. And
right.
Divvee, you guys, Bruce, they realize they have not delivered. That's okay with me.
Right.
I mean, it's frustrating. All of us, listen, I thought last December was going to be one of the best Christmases financially I've ever had. And we've made really, really, really crazy money in this industry. It didn't happen. But you know what, guys? My belief level, the vision, like you alluded to, Bruce, the fire is burning bright, brother. And you can tell Richard and Troy, they're genuine, sincere people. They told us the truth. They didn't try to embellish anything. So, yeah, all that's changing. And really, Divvee launches itself July 28th. That's going to be the beginning of many, many, many things to come.
Okay. I really like hearing that because, personally, I quit a job last December when I thought that the company was closing on the January 7th to update the servers and then relaunching January 10th. So I quit a job in the end of December, so I was going to be full-time ready to go in January. I haven't gotten another full-time job since then. I've been working Divvee.
Yeah.
So,
all
right, so I jumped the gun a little bit. That's okay. I survived. I'll be okay for another month or 5 weeks, whatever it is, and then it's off to the races.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you guys, yeah, you bet. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for that example. I know you've been here a long time. You were here back a year ago, this past April. So if anybody can speak from experience with this company, you can. You know these guys, and I completely trust them. Richard, Troy, other guys too, but especially them because we were talking to them on this call. Very genuine, very sincere, humble guys, and again, I think the world will resonate with that humility, and I really, really appreciate all that they're doing. And they said, Dan, please tell you. Wait, did they not say this? Please tell your group, tell the people that we don't even have words to describe how grateful we are for the people who defended us, who have stuck with us, who have believed in us, and they won't regret it. Pretty powerful. And I felt the genuineness and the sincerity from their heart when they said it. Very moving, actually. Yeah.
And if you want to go back to the ancient history of last year when they ran into some troubles, I watched them handle it in a stellar fashion. Completely honest, completely upfront, completely legal. They had somebody step in who they had to remove, and they handled it with humility and just they took care of it. They didn't make excuses. They were upfront. They got it done. I've seen them at least 4 or 5 times over the last year handle problems that would have put other companies out of business. And after 30 years in the industry, I've seen lots of other companies go through a lot less and go out of business. They're still here and thriving, which is, a great testament to all they are.
No doubt. Yeah, I love these guys, and I told him Wade was on there, so was me. I said, you guys cut the heart out of my chest and lay it on the table, it's beating Divvee Social. I love this model. I love what it will do for people. Everything else I've looked at, been pitched on, you got to build it. It's just the grind of network marketing. I'm not saying it's not good. It's beautiful. It's just very difficult. I want to be able to go to somebody, look him in the eyes, never had success before, and say, if you can point and click, you can make money. Oh, by the way, if you plug into our system and if you want to share this with other people, you can earn money just like Google does when they point and click as well. I want to be able to tell that story and deliver on that story, and that's what I'm here for. If we do that, you guys, your financial future is going to change. Richard said the lifestyles of people in Divvee Social are going to get crazy, crazy good. And, and did he said, did he not say that, Wade?
Oh, absolutely.
But anyway,
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
He talked about really, lifestyle changing.
There's a lot of things you said along the way that are just so true. Don't let the money slow you down. $50 a year. I spent $190 last night at the grocery store. That's only going to last a couple of days. Right? I spent more money on a tank of gas last week than this cost for a whole year.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And as far as when people say, well, I don't know who to talk to, I took a very expensive course recently. Hold on. And I'm going to train, and I'll give it away to everybody for free, where you can find all the prospects you ever wanted for free for the rest of your life.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
Hey, Bruce, go ahead and finish that thought, and then we got some questions. Go ahead. You were talking about a marketing system. What now?
Hello.
There you go, Bruce.
I had to come back on. I took a marketing course. It was very expensive, but I'm going to teach it to your group and my group, and we'll set it up when I can teach everybody, and I'm going to give it to everybody. You'll have unlimited prospects for free for the rest of your life. Wow. It's a very simple process, and no money involved. You just have to take the action, and you'll always have people to talk to forever.
Bruce, that's a great point. Thank you for that. Melanie, I know you have a question. Guys, here's what we're looking for. And I want you to listen. Hold on a minute.
Only the host can talk now.
I want you to pay attention to this really, really, really closely. There's this thought that's been generated over the last many years, I guess, in network marketing. A lot of people have adopted this thinking that I've got to find the big networker. I got to find the guy with the big list, the guy that made big money, and the guy that can recruit. I'm not saying don't do that, but what I am telling you this right now, I don't care if you have a list. I don't care if you know anybody that has a list. Divvee Social is designed and being designed and being finished being designed for the guy who doesn't have any money, who doesn't have a list. The people that we need to look for is people that have desire. That's it. I don't care if they have a list. I don't care if they know anybody. They don't need to. But if they've got some desire that they want to make some changes in their life, that's all they have to bring to the table. That is the Divvee Social platform that will make you a fortune. You guys are builders. You guys are trainers. You guys are people that you show up and you want to build. I'm talking about the guy who doesn't do that, doesn't want to do any of that. You as a builder and a developer, so to speak, you're going to be able to make a whole lot of money off of that global marketplace that doesn't really want to do any of that. That's what makes this thing different. So don't worry if you don't have a list. Don't worry if you don't have big marketers involved. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Melanie, go ahead and ask your question, sweetie.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
Bruce, by the way. Melanie, go ahead if you can. Press star 6. It'll unmute you.
Hello.
Okay, Danny, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Okay. Rock along with what you just said. You know, the big superstar, if they come along, great. But that you just mentioned again today, and this is something we've heard all along. They're wanting 1 million people that will, make at least $500 a month without recruiting. That's like a single mom, a stay-at-home mom who's not a networker. How can they make $500 a month if with a bundle? The way it was explained in the beginning they could, but now the way they're explaining it is the bundle will take about 30 to 40 minutes to do, and a person can make they'll actually make $1 because the $10 is divided up line. So if you make about $1 in 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah. No,
$1 an hour. How can you get the said. How can that single mom or that young person get to 500?
Yeah. So let me do this. Hold on one second. A little bit of an echo. So hold on, Mel.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
Here's how this works. We have to divide the free person from the rank and share influencer. Anytime a rank and share influencer like you and me and everybody on this call completes a bundle, $10 goes into the plan, $1 is paid up 10 levels. That's for the influencer, right? For the person who points and clicks for free, you got to understand that there's going to be more money into the rank and share than just the $10. Think about this. There are going to be incentives there for people to do surveys that, and this is something that reminds me that Troy and Richard did say on the call yesterday, that he said there is content and there are things that you're going to be able to do. They're going to pay way more than $10 per bundle. So they are putting in place the ability for that stay-at-home mom, let's say, that everybody likes to use that verbiage, to make $300, $400, $500 and more dollars per month from doing the rank and share. And if they're doing that, then your bundle is going to pay more than $1 per person, right? I don't even want to get into that. I'm just kind of like on the low end, sharing with you that there's going to be more money that's going to be collected other than the $10. Because there's going to be different content. There's going to be, and Richard said there are hundreds of things that are going to be brought into. Right now they're ready to go. They just have to program it. So this is what they said on the call Monday, and then we had another call privately yesterday, but on the call Monday they said, Dan, we just need the time to program it all in. That's what we're doing. That's encouraging, right? That's exciting. So there are two different platforms that you're looking at. One is the influencer, that there's going to be a set amount, a set value amount per bundle. And like Wade just alluded to, it may pay a lot more than a dollar upline. It may pay $15, $16 on average. Who knows? Into the plan. But the minimum, the goal there is to start with a $10 commission on a bundle, which pays $1 up 10 levels. People that are ranking and sharing that aren't recruiting are going to have the ability through different tasks and different content and different items in that back office portal to be able to make $300, $400, $500 plus dollars per month without recruiting.
And then let me jump in. I think that's going to be based off of the points that your bundle earns you.
It is.
You know, they're looking at 40 to 50 points minimum per bundle. So if you got a bundle that earns you 60, 70 points, 80 points when you do it, you turn around like Richard stated when we were talking. They're talking about in 10 to 12 days, you've made enough money to where you can possibly, where you can pay your cell phone bill. Well, what does the average cell phone bill cost? $100, $150 a month normally? So if 10 to 12 days, they're making $100, $150, you do that 3 times a month, then yeah, now you're looking at $300, $400, $500 for people that are just ranking and sharing their own. They don't have any, people in their group. They haven't recruited anybody. And what they do is they take those points and they can go into the new redemption center that's going to be just the gift cards. So
the gift card
portal, that helps to answer, right, the gift card portal. So that's how a single mom like we like use can make $300, $400, $500 a month just by ranking and sharing on her own.
And look, and Melanie, if that stay-at-home mom, let's say, that's the verbiage we're using, if that person doesn't do the rank and share, put a little effort into it, they can't expect $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 a month. But if they do it, then that platform is going to be there for them. It's a whole different world talking about networking and building influencers and you leveraging with your group. That's where the insane money is going to come from. Does that make sense, Melanie? Does that help you? Press star 6 again, Melanie, if that so you can talk.
Yes, so I guess I just have to see what the platform is for them. I understand the concept of leveraging your money where you're recruiting. I can see people making money on that. I just didn't understand how that single mom could do it or that young person who's so scared of recruiting people. But if there's going to be another platform for them, then we'll just wait and see then.
Well, and the thing, Melanie, is this: is that if somebody, let's say a college student, he ranks and shares every day in the evening, whatever, does a bundle or additional content, or maybe within his bundle, it's earning him 100, 150 points a day instead of 40 or 50 or 60, right? Just these are examples. And let's say at the end of a week, or let's say 2 weeks down the road, He's got several $100s there. Wow, that might buy a couple books. That might buy some meals. That may he get a prepaid Visa MasterCard where he can buy gasoline for his vehicle or whatever, or whatever he wants to do. Maybe he needs a new pair of shoes. I don't know. But that whole gift card portal is going to be translated into just you're going to redeem the points for gift cards where you would already spend money anyway. You're just going to spend it by pointing and clicking. It's going to be very, very, Richard or Troy said it's a very, very robust. It's going to be a very, very big deal, very exciting platform, that gift card portal. It's going to have just about every gift card you could imagine. You start building up points, you redeem it for gift cards, and you spend it as you wish. That is cool.
Okay, that clarifies it a little more. Thank you.
You're welcome, Melanie. Thank you. Anybody else with a question, comment? I'm going to
have a question.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
If you had a question, if you'll press star 6 again. You have to keep doing that to eliminate the background noise. So go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah. Danny?
Yeah, is that Terry? Terry, can you hold on 1 second? There was a young lady that tried to get a question in just ahead of you, buddy.
Okay.
Is that, ma'am, are you still here? Okay. Well, we'll come back to her. Terry, fire
I'm here.
away, brother. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question about the gift cards. Do you know when the gift cards will be available? Will it be July 28th?
Yeah, let me do.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
The date is the 28th. That's when they want to unveil and roll that out. I believe that will be. I'm not 100% certain. That's a question that we can ask Richard and Troy on our call. Hopefully that we can do this week. That'll be the first of next week. We'll get those guys on. But that is the goal. That July 28th, 29th is going to unveil a lot to us. So we'll find out for certain what their answer is to that. Good question. Terry, fire away, brother. Did that help you, ma'am?
And do you know how many points it would take to get a $100 gift card?
I don't. I don't yet. I think they're still figuring that out because different content, different videos and different product offers and things like that pay different dollar values. So each one is going to have a different point value, but they're all going to add up and accumulate towards the gift cards.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Great question. Thank you. Hey, Terry, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, sir.
A couple questions. If you have personally recruited, say, 10 people, and one of those people, or maybe 2, don't qualify for the 100 points, do you go down a level, or does the fact that you recruit them initially still keep you qualified to get paid 10 levels?
So what I understand is that, let's say you recruit me, and let me do this, guys. Hold on.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
And I enroll Wade. And Wade does the bundles, and he's qualified, but Dan isn't. Well, because you enrolled me, but then I enrolled Wade, Wade would qualify you because of one of your 10 lines of sponsorship, so to speak. You have somebody in those legs that have qualified, even though I may not have. So they don't have to be somebody that you personally recruited. They can be anybody in the line of 10 level or 10 people that you've enrolled. Anybody in those legs will qualify you. So if I don't do it, but somebody that I enrolled does, you're going to be qualified. Does that make sense? Star 6 again, Terry. Sorry, had to keep doing that, you guys.
There, okay. Yeah, Danny, okay, that helps, explain that. One other question. They're talking about this ProPay and Bitcoin. it looks like you can only choose one or the other. Is that going to be a mixed bag down the road where you can do both? And how did the Bitcoin come into play?
Well, because ProPay is set up on that premise already. Let me do this. I'm sorry, you guys.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
So that came with the ProPay payment option, Terry, that we have. My understanding is yes, you'll be able to divide up a dollar value of commissions. Let's say you make $100,000, like I know you will in Divvee Social, Terry, and you want $50,000 in U.S. dollars, and you want the other 50 to go into Bitcoin. You want paid in Bitcoin. You'll have the ability to divide that up. The reason I don't think that they've done that now is because nobody's making enough money to divide up much of anything. But I believe that option is there. I believe it will be continue to be there, but I don't know if it's active now. But that's a question that we'll see if we can ask Richard and Troy or Lance or the guys or even the CFO, Derek, see if we can get some clarity on that. So press star 6 again, Terry, if you need to unmute your line. If anybody else has a comment or a question, fire away, you guys. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to end the recording real quick. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm going to end this recording. Thanks, everybody.
Call recording is off.
Okay, good. Terry, you still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, even if they just paid us in cash, we can buy our own Bitcoin if we want that.
Right. That's correct. And to buy Bitcoin, people say, where do I get it? What do I do? How do I set all that up? So that platform is set up for you. There's a few things you have to do. So I think that platform will make it easier. But you're right. You can do whatever you want with it. All your money, do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that this ProPay is something that they're permanent with rather than what happened with GPG, you know.
Look, I can tell you that Derek Chute, the CFO of this company, he's got an MBA. He wrote his own software to solve a mega problem in the very fragmented Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, banking, the whole world. That's the guy who's the CFO of this company. And when I tell you that this guy understands payment option systems, he understands every phase of that arena, we're in good hands, you guys. I mean, we're in the best hands we can be in, with Derek Chute being the CFO of this company. When it comes to
Dan,
pay.
just to kind of talk a little bit about ProPay, because I was reading up on them yesterday. They're actually based right there in Lehigh, Utah, so they're basically right next door to the company. And also, too, they already have quite a few other network marketing companies that they do payouts for with their cards, like, for instance, Mary Kay and New Skin, and I forget some of the other ones. So they're not new to this. So this ProPay, you know, is a lot better fitted for Divvee than GPG was. So I don't think they're going to be leaving from them anytime soon.
Yeah, they're a big outfit, Wade. You're right. And Terry, I can share with you this, is that the software that ProPay runs on was written by Derek and one of his employees from his company that he currently owns right now. So we're in great shape, great hands there, you guys.
Okay, all right, that sounds good.
Yeah, Terry, thank you. Anybody else with a question?
Yeah, Dan.
All participants are now muted. Press star 6 to unmute your line.
Star 6 again, brother. I got to keep doing that, you guys. There's echo in the background, so I got to keep pressing you guys have to keep. I got to keep muting the lines to eliminate that. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Dan. Yeah,
buddy.
Hey, I'm not familiar with this ProPay. I must have missed that one. What's that about?
ProPay is the payment mechanism for our commissions. That's all. It's like GPG, but it's called ProPay.
Okay. Is that going to make it easier?
Office.
Yeah.
Yeah, go into your back office. Let me see if I can show you guys this.
Yeah. I'm just on the phone. I'm not on the laptop.
Yeah. So if you go into your back office, you guys, you'll see under profile. If you look at the page, and then scroll down, and you're going to see over to the right commission payment profile. It's over on the right. It'll say incomplete in red if you haven't completed it. You got to click that, and then that will bring you into the ProPay account where you can start to get paid. Also, you can see, this is my wife's account, you guys, but you can see, like, you can click on commissions here, and it'll give you some information on the commissions, and then the commission report. There's a report right under the rank and share tab. There's a report, and it will show you the commissions that are earned. It'll show you the date, what you've been paid, what the total is, and so on. Obviously, you can see there hasn't been much done with this account, but all this is going to change on this particular account. So if you want to take a screenshot of this one, check back in about 90 days and see what this looks like, man. It's going to be a whole different
Dan,
story.
Yeah, if we already have a Coinbase account, can we just link that to the commissions?
Dan, I'm not sure. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what Coinbase, if that's connected to the ProPay account or not. For the Bitcoin offer, I don't know. I haven't even done it. So I have a blockchain account. I have a Coinbase account that has actually Bitcoin in it, but I don't know. I don't know what the process is here. So as we go through it, we'll be able to answer those questions. You're a smart guy. You'll be able to figure it out, I'm sure.
I don't know about all that. Okay.
You'll do great.
All right. So, okay. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I mean, this is exciting. So you're saying that they're going to start international on the 29th of July?
Yeah, 28th. That weekend, they're going to announce that, Dan. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it consists of. I don't know what countries.
Okay.
I do know that when they do, it's going to work. And the countries that are going to be available and the countries they're going to expand into is all going to be lined out for us. So we got about 4 weeks, guys, maybe 4.5 weeks, and then everything changes for us. So keep the faith, stay encouraged, and keep moving forward, because it's only getting better. The challenge with it right now is that we don't see it getting better, but it is, and that takes a level of belief.
Yeah. Okay. Now, with the sign-up link, is it going to be easier for people to sign up? Because it was very difficult before.
Well, it shouldn't be difficult now. Dan, when you go to your dashboard and then you, excuse me, you go to your profile, I think it is. Let's see here.
Yeah, since the GPG has gone, that's going to help a lot.
Yeah, when you go to your profile, here's your invitation link. So you can send out. No, I don't know. I haven't known there's I could have copied it right there. Let me see if this works. Might not. You can copy and paste your link and send it to people.
Okay.
All right. So if you saw what I did, this is my wife's account right here. So this is the page that has the picture. It's sideways. I know I'm gonna have to put a new picture in there, but you send somebody your link. They go here, and yes, is this person my enroller? Yeah, they are, and you start the process.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm not on my laptop. I'm just listening to you on the phone. So, but what I'll do is, well, I mean, I can't help it, but at least I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm just away from home.
Yeah. No. I'm teasing, buddy. I got you. Yeah. We'll help people. That's been working great. If you have an issue, send us a ticket. Let us know. We'll see if we can help you with it.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Yeah, make sure that you send me this recording, because I need to send this out.
Oh, I will. For anybody that wants to let us know, we'll get it out to you. No problem.
Thank you.
Dan, thank you, buddy.
Okay,
great question. Let's take one more question. If anybody has one or a comment, press *6. That'll unmute you if you have a question. Anything you want to say? If not, we'll end the call. Been on here about an hour now.
Yes, hello?
Hello.
Hello, Dan. I know you said that there's a lot. I can't hear.
All participants are now muted. Press *6 to unmute your line.
Again, the young lady that was speaking, and then that'll unmute your phone again, so we eliminate that noise.
Hello,
there
Dan.
Yes,
listen, I know you said that you have spoken to them and they want you to tell all your people to hang in there. They're sorry and everything. But I think it would be very beneficial for them to put it right on Divvee information, or Divvee info, rather. Yep. I think all of Divvee needs to know that, because there's still a lot of people who have not a clue and who are beginning to give up. But if they heard this and heard what was coming, shortly in the next month or so, I think that would go a long, long way.
Yeah. And and who is this? Is this Cindy?
Jill. No, this is Jill.
Okay. Hey, Jill. Hey, Jill. Yeah.
Hi.
I recognize other voices, but I know that was a familiar voice. Yeah, Jill, I think you're 100% right. I will tell you what we've done, and that's kind of that proactive position, and that is this. If they're not going to do it, whatever reason, then you know what, we will, right? So then it would, and I think you're 100% correct. I agree with you. But if they don't do that, then let's take it the next step. And that's why we did the call today. We have it recorded and get that out to people. Say, guys, take a couple of minutes and listen to this. It may encourage them, but at least we know that we're doing our part to get that information to them. If the guys at Divvee aren't going to do it, then we'll go to them and get the information, and then we'll do it because that's what we do, right? So if they're not, we will. And that's what I would encourage you to do. Yes, it would be great. You're 100% right. Put it on the Divvee page. Do a video. Guys, we're building some things. It's so exciting. I still don't know why they don't do that kind of stuff. I think that what they're building on is so critical that, like when I talked to Richard and Troy yesterday, they said, Dan, we told me ahead, we got about 10 minutes, and we actually talked for a little over 30 minutes. But their schedules are so tight. We wanted to talk the prior week, couldn't do it. They were flying. They were all over the place. So maybe that's why. I know the time that they're allotting is to build what we all want them to build. I think communication is horrifically bad. They agree.
Yep.
But if, again, they don't do it, we will. So it'll be incumbent upon us to take this message today, the recording, send it out. You say, guys, listen to this. Just listen. And I think it will help build your confidence of where we're going. So that would be my suggestion, Jill.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate you. You have no idea. Thank you so much. Anybody else? A quick question?
One more. Yeah, one more question, if I could. Well, two more. Sorry. When will our downline show up as far as who's in our downline? They're just now bar people, I call them.
Yeah, I know it, right? Bar. Yeah. Passed the bar exam, these people. That, again, is supposed to be the 28th. The genealogy, the personal enrollment network, there's going to be a lot of reports. There's going to be a lot of more detailed information back there that's going to really help us understand our business, manage our business, and so on. The 28th, 29th is the target date. If they don't do it by then, it's going to be shortly, within days after that. But the target date, from what you understand, is going to be that weekend of the 28th.
Okay. And also, let's see, what was the other question? Are we going to just do the same activities for July then until the 28th? We're just going to have the same types of activities before it changes to bundles?
Yeah, there's some more. Yes, ma'am. There's more stuff that they've added. There's, when you click on, what is it you click on here? Oh, rank and share. I don't know if you look at the screen. Then you click on, there's offer wall, survey, and videos, right? And then if you click on offer wall, okay, well, they took option 2 away, offer 2 out of there. Interesting. But maybe they combined them together. I don't know. But there are some new things that were added even within the last 48 hours in the back office. So that's going to remain the same until the 28th comes. Then that whole rank and share, all of this that you see in your back office is coming down. It's going to be integrated into a new, easier, simpler, better, faster, smoother interface. And this is going to be our rank and share. Guys, let me say this. I didn't say this on the recording. If you're still hanging around, this is really exciting. Divvee is still, they will be their own ad network. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. You hang around just for that. It's going to be worth hanging around. It's going to be worth enduring what you've been through. I don't care how difficult it's been for any of us. That within itself is a game changer. And they're in the development. They're in the process of doing just that. That's a big deal. So, yes, the current rank and share stuff, that'll stay like it is for the next few weeks. And then all of it comes down. It goes into the new interface. And everything changes. And then, you guys, it's on. Christmas is going to be remarkably nice for a lot of people who've endured here and for people who come on board after July 28th.
Great.
Good stuff. We're not going away. Kind of feel like it at times. I'm like a lot of you. You get discouraged, frustrated, throw in the towel. wasn't ever going to walk away, but I really did feel like quitting. I really did feel like, you know what, guys, 5 webcasts a week, conference calls, Facebook notifications, emails, texts, text messengers. I mean, just keeping up with the Facebook page. Morning till night we're doing this, and it's coming. Oh, it's coming. We're going to get there. And I got, like everybody else, got a little tired of hearing that. But what a call we had yesterday. That was one of those moments that changed everything for me. So I'm mentally back in the saddle, strapped in. We're in for the ride of our life. We better hold on. It's really exciting. Anyone else? Comment? Anybody want to say anything? If not, guys, we'll close this out. All right. Hope it helped. Everybody have a great day. Make it a great day. We're here to help. Discover Divvee today at gmail.com. Discover Divvee today at gmail.com. If you have questions for Richard and Troy, we're going to do our best to get them on a call with us this week. We'll do our best to let you know ahead of time. Sometimes it might be that morning that we find out. We'll do a call that evening, but we'll do our best to give you plenty of time to make arrangements to get on. So with that said, thanks, everybody. Go out and make it a wonderful day. We're here to help you. God bless you. See you, everybody. Bye, everybody.